Okay guys, welcome back everyone. What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome to the first episode of the Porsche Dork Chronicles. And for our first episode, we are going to ask the question and hopefully answer it. Is Wes Watson and Andrew Tate ruining the good name of Bugatti? Ancient Astronaut theorists say yes.
Yes!
That's a little inside joke I have of that show, Ancient Aliens. They always say yes. Why am I doing this commentary on Wes Watson and Tate? You all know who Andrew Tate is, but let me introduce you to Wes Watson and why I feel these two are tarnishing the good name of Bugatti. Yes, you guys, I'm doing a commentary video every week. I was going to do a second channel, but I figure why not give you guys more content on this channel.
Oh, it's starting! I'm gonna live tweet the show and ruin it for everyone in other time zones.
And talk cars, talk stuff like if the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 could do the Nuremberg Ring now, would it beat its original time of 6 minutes 20 seconds? Or is the Valhalla the replacement for the Porsche Mission X and the Holy Trinity? I figure I really wanted to start off with this topic because it's really been weighing on my mind. I really love Bugatti. Bugatti Chiron. What's it at?
I don't know cars. So that's
Wild. 12 in the world. Insane. In race mode. Here comes the Veyron Sang Noir.
At turn 1, they'll come
race
up
mode, top
to
speed.
the start finish line to take the checkered flag, and we've got that McLaren Elva now out on
Wow,
the
that's got acceleration. It's one of my favorite manufacturers. My favorite car being the Pagani Zonda Cinque, one of 5 in the world, worth well over $10 million. My second car is the Koenigsegg 1-to-1. My third being the Bugatti Divo. So let's get into who Wes Watson is. I think you guys already know who Andrew Tate is. I'm not a big fan of his because of the way he treats women.
You suck!
It's my personal belief, and I know for a fact, you can be an alpha male and still hold the door open for women. You can say please and thank you. You can pull their chair out for them and still be a masculine alpha male. You can even do the cooking and cleaning and still be an alpha male without being a total douchebag. Now, with these videos, I'm always going to remain objective. I'm just going to lay out the facts for you guys. I'm just going to give you guys facts and let you form your own opinions. And if you decide to comment, please keep them positive. This channel is about positivity and inspiration. And for those of you who are new, I am disabled. I do walk only with crutches. Well, I don't really walk. A little synopsis of what happened to me and how I became disabled is July 4th, 2017, I fell about 3.5, almost 4 stories, landed flat on my feet, completely demolishing both feet and heels. I ended up with a rare form of swelling called compartment syndrome, which basically means all those thousands of fractures turned into shards. It was extremely painful. It still is extremely painful. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I was in the hospital 9 months and I was supposed to be in the wheelchair for the rest of my life. Did 5 rounds of physio and got up to crutches. So this channel and filming, vlogging supercars gave me a whole new lease on life. It gave me the feeling of giving back to you guys, and that keeps me going every day. So I am very passionate about cars. I'm also very passionate about owners. And good owners that deserve their wealth and happiness and have amazing car collections. And that's another reason why I'm doing this video. Do Wes Watson a known fraudster, a guy who lied about to where he got, and Andrew Tate, who's a piece of dirt in my mind. Do they deserve to own that Bugatti, represent that brand name? Bugatti's all about prestige, luxury, and the original owner and developer and creator of Bugatti, Arturo Bugatti, was a tyrant. He did invite the potential customers to his house for dinner, and if he didn't like what you were about, and if you didn't meet that level of prestige, he didn't sell you a Bugatti. And Bugatti has a pretty storied history. They one of the most winningest cars in the 1920s and 30s, from the Monaco Grand Prix, Le Mans, with the Type 13 Bugatti, as seen here. From that all the way up to the EB110, conceived by Paolo Stanzani, and which was developed from 1991 till 1995. When the company was liquidated, then was bought by Dower, and the Dower made the Super Sport EB110. These two cars both had the V12 quad turbo and were highly desired, all the way up until Volkswagen Group buying Bugatti and then coming out with the Veyron, getting the world record, the Vitesse, getting the open top world record, to the now Super Sport, Chiron Super Sport, getting the world record, the 300 mile an hour mark with 304.744 miles per hour. Now, the Bugatti Mistral, seen here, getting the world's fastest open-top roadster hypercar at 282 miles an hour. Which is absolutely incredible. So that's what I'm talking about, you guys. The prestige and the dedication and the luxury that goes behind, and the engineering that goes into Bugatti, and how, knowing how Arturo Bugatti developed his cars. Do these guys that have these shitty reputations really deserve to own them? So let me get into a little bit about who Wes Watson is. Wes Watson is this guy right here. Now, Wes Watson, let me get into who he is and what he's about. Started off getting out of federal prison. He had an 8-year term, and he started doing YouTube videos about his time in prison and doing motivational videos. He was actually had a positive message.
Deserve good things. I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up. I am an attractive person. I am fun to be with.
First started his videos, they were actually positive and motivational, but as soon as he got a little bit of money into him, and he started buying cars and started bragging about owning or renting a $24,000 a month mansion in Florida and owning a Bugatti, he started to really take a downturn and really like brag and shove it down people's throat, like you're not good enough if you don't own a Bugatti or rent a $24,000 a month mansion. And he was recently on a podcast called Fresh and Fit, where he proved he was all about that, where he berated a guy who said that true wealth is measured in family and loved ones. Basically said you're nothing, and Wes basically said you're nothing unless you've been to prison, own a Bugatti, and scam people, pretty much. He charges $40,000 a month.
Stop acting so stupid!
For fitness training and motivational training. $7,000 a month, $40,000 a year for that. And there is a ton of complaints online that people have paid that, saved up, and not gotten what they've got. So basically he's known now as a fraudster.
Hey baby, what's happening? What are you doing? Once you have a man with no legs, you never go back.
Which is really unfortunate. I think, you know, taking advantage of people that are really looking to change their lives is a big douchebag move. And it's also been known now that his prison time is not what he says. He used to brag about being a shot caller for the Woods on a level 4 yard.
God, please, no! 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 No!
In California prisons, and it's all false. So all that motivational positive speaking he did about changing his life, about getting out of prison, is all false. Like, he didn't do the full 10 years. He only did it in like a level 2 or 3 yard in Arizona and Oklahoma, which is their like cushy dorm room living. Like, dude, you could have just told your real story and had actually had a positive, real effect on people. Like, when I tell people the story of my accident, I don't embellish it. I just tell them what happened. From the crazy compartment syndrome that I suffered, the rare form of swelling, and to them almost amputating my feet, and my mom finding out about my accident and flying red eye, you know, to her having to leave me in the second hospital I was in that was an absolute dilapidated old folks home, then persevering and getting up to crutches in my third hospital. So I don't embellish that. I just tell the story, and I hope to motivate people. Okay, dude, you bought your Bugatti, you made your millions, that's great. But I would only celebrate that if you did it in the right way. Like, I love Bugatti. You have this gorgeous orange purse sport, but be humble about it. There's owners that I know that have collections that shit all over what you own, and they're the most humble people on earth. They wear, you know, $50 Levi's jeans and $20 white t-shirts, and enjoy driving their cars and take care of their families, and are more about taking care of their families than they are about their cars. And they work hard for what they have. And I'm not saying you didn't work hard for what you have. Do it the right way, and I wouldn't be making this video. Now, recently, Wes Watson, this really sort of put the icing on the cake for me as to why I feel like this, that Wes Watson doesn't deserve that Bugatti purse sport. So recently, he put out a challenge video to his haters, where he said, I'm at this gym at a certain time in Florida, and if you want to pull up, we'll fight one-on-one and see who wins.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Okay, do I condone violence? No. I will defend myself, and I have defended myself, and even recently here in Toronto, I've had to step in between crazy dudes and car spotters to help them out. There is a real difference between egging it on. I have lots of friends that are in motorcycle clubs. I won't say which factions or what offices they hold, but same thing, popular misconception that motorcycle clubs are violent, but they're not. They defend themselves, but they don't go out looking for it. Of course there's bad apples, but there's also bad apples in the police force. In fact, more police officers last year and the year before were arrested and convicted more than any motorcycle club members. But he picks a fight, Wes picks a fight with this guy online. The guy shows up and starts to record. Now he goes up to Wes, but Wes is sitting, you'll see, I'm not going to show the whole video because it's very brutal, but I'll show you the start. The guy walks up, confronts Wes and his 3 buddies charge in, and the guy, you can see him, he pushes back to give himself distance to get away from the fact that there's 3 guys and not 1. Now, when a guy tries to, you know, that's what he's doing, he's trying to give himself distance so he doesn't, it happens, and Wes picks up a weight belt and drops the guy right there. Okay, the guy's down. That should be done. You hit a guy with a weight belt. That's done. The guy's down and bleeding. But then you start to soccer kick the guy, punch him in the head, and not only you, your 3 other buddies go in on the guy. And when the guy finally gets up, your other buddy comes up behind him and hits the guy with a barbell. He goes down again. Now you're being charged. The guy's pressing charges and he's gonna sue the shit out of you. You're gonna lose that Bugatti and all your nice fancy mansions. So like, that's the crux of this video is, does a guy like that, does he tarnish the name of Bugatti? Who've had this long storied pedigree of prestige and peak performance and engineering, and you know, achieved so much in the racing world, and who have achieved so much in the racing world in the early 20s and 30s to getting world records and innovating the W16 quad turbo engine, and now the Bleed is out. Do you think, let me ask you this, do you think Horacio Pagani would stand for this type of tarnishment on his brand name? I don't think so. I think that's why companies like Ferrari are so selective. Now, I have to thank two big contributors who helped convince me to make this video and who helped with a lot with the information. This is Dubs. Dubs, shout out to you, homie. You always got me laughing. You actually helped me out a lot through this flu that I got. Now, Dubs, he's a real one. He did a life term, survived it, did time in ADSEG, the shoe, level 4 yard, Pelican Bay, Corcoran, New Folsom. He's a real one, but he really changed his life and has a real positive message. Him I'm down for. Wes, not so much. And the other guy I got my info from was a guy named Johnny Bravo. He's a little bit more on the serious side, gives out a lot of good information. So I just I'll link both of their channels down in the description. Wes, dude, I hope the best for you, man. I hope things work out. I hope you turn it around and start to actually do things in a positive, motivating way. I hate to see this kind of thing happen to people, but sometimes the risk with fast fame and fast money is that you crash as hard and as fast. I'm trying to keep these videos to about a 20-minute, half an hour time limit. So we've got some great content coming up for the regular vlog videos. The auto show's coming up. I've got some saved content that's coming up. Like I said, I got some great topics. Yeah, you guys, I just want to interact with you guys more and give you guys more content and share our love and passion for the automotive scene and world, you guys. So like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, please keep those comments positive. Let's go. 2025 is a whole new era for supercar specifics. Porsche Dork out.